All right, our picking's a little slimmer this week with no Seahawk game, and let's be frank, not the outcome that everyone in this town wished to see against Arizona State last weekend. But I wanted to take one play from that ASU game that had a few different nuances to it. It was one of the fly sweep plays that we saw with Jesse Collier, and in that fly sweep, something that Steve Sarkisian is incorporating largely because of Collier's skill set. He's very, very quick and fast. And remember, James Rogers is really the guy at Oregon State in this conference a number of years ago that took advantage of that fly sweep. And I think with where the Huskies are up front, and especially without a tight end, without a Middleton, without some of the great tight ends the Huskies have had through the years, it's a play that gets them to the edge where they don't have to block, where you don't have Chris Isbicki or a backup tight end or anybody trying to hold down the edge. With Collier's speed, there's a larger margin of error that he can get outside some of that wash and some of that mess. The one play in particular was their fourth down play. This got it to 21-14. It was a 4th and 2, and they actually used that fly sweep action as a play action pass. And they lined up, what they did is they lined up Collier wide. He was actually playing the split end because you had tight end Barnett lined up on the line of scrimmage. Jake, in this case, was in the shotgun, and they've run that fly sweep from the gun and with him under center. Polk was next to Jake, and on this side you had Goodwin on the ball. That's a coaching point. He was on the ball, and Kearse was off the ball. And he was on the ball because ultimately he's going to run the crossing route on the play action pass that scores a touchdown. Well, let's look at a couple things. So ASU lines up in their 4 down front. Many times, and why I like this call on 4th down in particular, is because in these situations, 3rd and short, 4th and short, more often than not, Steve was guessing he would see man-to-man coverage, and that's exactly what they got. And ASU lines up in press coverage. They have a corner out here, pressed against Collier. They bring Bolden, their best corner, and he comes up and plays man and presses Goodwin. The other nickel corner is out pressing Kearse. And when you're watching TV, always look for that. Look for press coverage, and particularly try to watch the face mask. When you're a quarterback and you're trying to differentiate, is this man or zone, one of a typical giveaway is press coverage. Secondly, if that DB is looking at the man he's guarding rather than in at the quarterback, that can be a giveaway. And oftentimes those guys will try to snake. Watch corners when they're lined up in press. They know it's a sign of man-to-man coverage, so they try to fake it and give you one of these and look and back and forth. And sometimes they will bail out of there and press bail and play zone. But a clear alignment that Jake could see of man-to-man coverage when the corner comes over in the slot, that's another sign. If they bring corner over, that typically means, again, man-to-man coverage. They line up, they have 2 linebackers. He's teed up to play man on Polk, an outside backer as well. Their safety, because it's 4th down, is all the way tight. He's going to have man-to-man coverage on Barnett. And then their free safety is also helping in coverage on the running back. So what they do with this fly sweep action is Collier's going to come in motion during the snap, and it's pivotal. And if you watch this play, it is so critical that as he comes in motion, that snap is timed appropriately. If you're going to sell to everybody, he's got to be coming on the run. The action's got to be square. And as he runs, well, that's going to run this corner out of the play. He follows Collier all the way across the play. They snap. And thankfully, these two don't smash into each other. Another kind of coaching point that you've got to time out. So Collier comes in front. They fake the handoff to Polk. And ultimately, he comes in the flat. This safety, who's on the tight end, sees the tight end block. He picks up Polk, so that washes him out of the play. And now you're left with Jake on the edge, which is something you want, especially when he's not sick. And now you give Goodwin this entire field to work to get open. These linebackers both bite with the action. It sells action to them. They come up and bite, as does the safety. It was a great sell. All the linemen sold fly sweep. That's another point they need to sell, that he is going to have the opportunity to get it. They all fast flow that way, and you leave a real one-on-one with all of this field, and you give Goodwin the chance to come over and catch the touchdown as Jake gets outside the pocket. So schematically dialed up really well to sell this action and influence the entire front side. You gave him, Goodwin, a one-on-one with this entire field to work with, and ultimately as Jake rolled to the left, a really good throw on the run as well.